Welcome back to the Soul Channel. This episode is going to be about body types and genetics to a certain extent. I harped on this subject in another video that I made, that we are not all born equal, that genetics matter. Well, how you doing? All right. Well, this video is going to double down on it, but I'm going to use different examples in the sports world. Tyson Fury comes to mind, the world heavyweight champion boxer. Nikola Jokic, aka the Joker, two-time NBA MVP in basketball. Charles Barkley, a TNT commentator on the sport of basketball. I can give you many more examples of certain body types that you can't judge a book by its cover, for one. And number two, many of us that start a fitness journey or want to get in shape, we have these bodybuilder images in our mind, or these fitness competition images in our mind, or these super lean vascular body types that we hope to aspire to be like. But that may not be in the cards for you. Why? It's simple, because of genetics. Certain people are just going to be naturally more vascular looking without even trying hard. I'm not saying that they don't try or don't work out, but achieving that look is much easier for certain people and than it is for others. But that doesn't equate performance. You see, many of us are stuck on the looks and the vanity of the human body and certain images that we have given to us, mainly by magazines, books, television shows, and movies. And now, social media. Well, you have to ask yourself, what's more important to you? Number one, the truth, performance, or just the vanity, the look of sculpting a specific looking body? And I think you want a blend of performance and vanity, the best your body can look. Your body can look. Okay, and the reason I thought about this is because right now the NBA playoffs are underway. We're in the Western Conference Finals, for those of you that follow basketball. Right? It's the last four teams left in the NBA playoffs. And on one of the teams has two-time NBA MVP, most valuable player, Nikola Jokic, as the star of the Denver Nuggets. And he's about 7 foot, 300 pounds. And he runs up and down the court like a skinny guy. Oh, if you look at his body type, very broad shoulders, very what they would call back in the day big bone, right? He doesn't have any veins popping out of his arms. He doesn't have any bulging muscles or any type of tone to his body. But he can perform at a super high level. You don't win MVP of any professional sports league if you're not in shape. So he is in shape. His body type and his genetics just seem like he's not in shape. If you were just to look at him, you would say, how is this guy doing this? You know, how is this guy able to run up and down the court with guys that weigh 100 pounds lighter than he does? How is he able to play for 40 minutes plus in a game without getting tired, where he doesn't seem to have much musculature? He doesn't seem like he's in the greatest shape. He doesn't seem toned or vascular. Well, the reason is genetics, and you can't judge a book by its cover. You cannot judge a book by its cover, once again, for many reasons. The same way you would have a skinny guy that can lift a lot of weight in the gym or on a construction site. It's very strong, but he doesn't look it. The same way you could have a person that seems to be fat or out of shape, and they can do a lot. They can run far, they're fast on their feet, they're agile, and if they chose to play a particular sport, they're very good in that sport. Baseball comes to mind specifically because a lot of players, especially back in the day, I would say 20, 30 years ago, didn't look like they were in the greatest shape, but they were great basketball players. I'll give you another example, Babe Ruth. If you look at old footage of Yankee baseball legend Babe Ruth, who was the first person to hold a major home run record at over 700 home runs, Babe Ruth did not look like a professional athlete if you compared him to other people. But he was one of the best athletes in baseball. He was a great pitcher and a great hitter, could run the bases, could do everything. But his body didn't look like it. So to cut to the chase, guys, when you're on your fitness journey, you cannot compare your body to someone else's physique that genetically you're not prone to have. Okay, what do I mean by that? Everyone can achieve a certain muscular look with a lot of work and hard dieting, right? But you may not achieve, okay, I'll just throw another example out there. If you're genetically don't have Michael Jordan's body type, let's just use him for an example, right? Naturally, you might have Charles Barkley's body type. Okay, no matter how hard Charles Barkley worked, he was never going to look like Michael Jordan. They just have two different sets of genetics. Even though Charles Barkley was an NBA MVP and one of the most athletic players in NBA history. But if you looked at his body, you wouldn't see that. So, to make a long story short, don't kill yourself trying to achieve a body type that's not in the cards for you genetically. You have to work with what you have. And performance should matter more to you than vanity, than looks. Because I've been dealing with that my whole life. I could outperform many people that was way thinner than me, more muscular looking than me, more toned and more vascular looking than me, and I could outperform them. So you want to ask yourself certain things when you begin this fitness weight loss journey. You want to be truthful with yourself, but also have confidence in what you have. Everyone is not born to look the same. Okay, we don't come off a cookie cutter block. We all have different genetics, DNA, bloodlines flowing through our veins, and you have to work with what you've got. And there's nothing wrong with what you've got. It's all you got. All right? This has been the Soul Fitness channel. All right? Have a great day.